Hi guys, Scotty here with another DBZ Dokkan Battle video for you. In this video, we're going to be looking at the 60-second World Tournament that just dropped for this weekend, and what teams you can run, some tips and tricks, and basically how the entire thing works. We'll be going over the most efficient way to grind out your 20 wins, how to grab your points, collect your rewards, and hopefully keep your sanity intact. So let's jump right in. So first up, when you go to participate, it's going to ask you what difficulty you want to play on. My recommendation is simple. You're going to want to go straight for difficulty 30 if you can. If you have a newer account, you're not going to get this option. You might have to unlock these first, but then in subsequent World Tournaments, you're going to be able to go straight for 30. Now, I would say all these teams I've given you here should easily clear 30 constantly, and if you do feel a bit uncomfortable, use a support item, but we will get into that. So just make sure you're doing 30. That's going to be your fastest way. And if you're doing 30, you're going to need, I would always go for 20 wins if you can. Listen, if you really don't feel like grinding it out and you just want to get a couple in and hopefully get some stones, do that. That's absolutely fine. But there are nearly 70 stones up for grabs in total if you can get everything. And if you do want to go a bit further than 20 and get the Kais, that's good. I only ever really go 20 because that your 20 wins are going to give you the majority of your rewards. So if you go to the reward tab here, you'll see that the missions have been updated and we'll need to score a certain number of points to get a bunch of stones, to get Kais, to get all that, or win 20 in a row to get a bunch more as well. So the 20 in a row is quite important. You need to make sure you're not losing. If you lose one, it's going to be a bit of a pain to try get those done again. So rather be safe than sorry. Use a support item, bring SR Tech Jacko in with you as well to stun the whole team. Just be safe. Use a support item if you can. The only real place you're going to get in trouble is maybe in the first stage when you're fighting 4 enemies. You might run out of support items if you're not careful. But anyway, we'll jump into that next. Okay, so let's jump into team building first. So team building, the main thing you're going to want to focus on, the entire strategy pretty much for World Tournament revolves around AoE units. So any units that have area of effect, AoE attacks in them, their super attacks, what I'm trying to say. So you want to make sure you're using those. To do that, if you can't build one of the teams I've suggested here, if you can copy one of the teams, just grab them and go. They'll easily get this done for you. If you can't and you're struggling a little bit, you don't have all those units and you're trying to fill those teams out a little bit, go into the filter option here, go to your select effect here. You need to choose super attack at the top, and then choose all targets super attack. Now this will only show you units you have that have all target super attacks. You can then slap a couple of these onto those teams and make sure then that you have as many AoE attacks as possible, because that is going to be the fastest way to get this done. You don't want to be sitting there doing, the more individual attacks you have, the more chance you have for the enemy to kill you as well. So you should have a good number of AoE units at this point. There are also some free-to-play ones as well. So yeah, but otherwise you can build one of the teams I've shown. Hopefully you've pulled SR Jacko as well. He is just an SR, so in pulling you'll just see him there. He'll just pop up. The problem with that is we generally are conditioned to just pretty much trash SRs at this point. None of them are particularly useful. This one is an exception. Hopefully you can pull him. He will, on entry turn, he will immediately stun the entire enemy team, so you're just free for the team. So if you don't have as many AoE units, you could try slap him on and then get lucky with him coming on your first rotation and then stunning the entire enemy team. Now, if you can build any team here, I would highly recommend the first team I put at the top there with a very particular unit here called Mud Junior, the Int Piccolo, the Extreme Int Piccolo here. He is such a good World Tournament unit. You might not have him. He hasn't been back around a ton on banners. I didn't have him up until recently. I actually think I ended up coining him because I was just so frustrated not to have him and how easy he makes World Tournament runs. So build the top team if you can. It's got the new Chadits on it as well there, who's just AoE attacks, which is awesome. But this Piccolo is so good because if you have him, you can get him on rotation and then you get a friend lead one as well. Now you have a chance for him to roll around very often, and then you just activate his active skill because you'll always be facing more than 2 or more enemies anyway. So that active skill you can pop instantly and it just fires off a quick AoE, which is much faster than selecting key for every single unit and then doing your AoE. So he does help a lot. Try build that team, but the other 3 teams are absolutely fine as well. If you don't have him, you can very quickly clear out the event with the AoEs of all the other units here. So starting right from the beginning here on our first run, we're going to go and select our 30 times modifier. It's going to give us the most points as quickly as possible. It is more difficult, but with one of these teams, you should be able to manage. You really don't want to lose a run once you're in the middle of that 20 streak, because the goal is to win 20 in a row. So you want to try not lose that, and try take your int Piccolo pretty much regardless of what team you have. Any team you build, you can bring this Piccolo along, and he's going to be great because of that AoE I was speaking about earlier on his active skill. Now, if you see a character attacking before, if you don't get your int Piccolo on your first rotation, you can see here we do have him when we get attacked here. If you don't have your int Piccolo and there is a character in slot 0, so if we didn't have int Piccolo here and we just had strength Piccolo there being attacked by another strength Piccolo, we probably want to use a Ghost Usher to just clear out that turn. You don't want to accidentally get supered by one of the enemy's AoE units, which will wipe you out. It can happen very quickly and very randomly, and you'll be on a 12 winning streak, and that'll be over. You'll have to start all over again, and yeah, I probably wouldn't if I was on a 12 winning streak and then lost. So rather use the items, or you can, if you run out of Ghost Ushers and you've had to use one every turn in the preliminary stages, you can pump up the damage reduction with the Wheeze, Icarus, or King Yemma, something like that. That can help as well. But this top team with Jacko as well has been a really good team because you have two chances to bring, you got the friend lead and your main lead for int Piccolo, as well as Jacko, who can come around, and then Jacko just stuns the entire team, so you don't have to worry about anything. You might see them still attacking, like you'll see we're coming up now with Jacko's in slot 1, so we're going to attack here, and you'll see that when we select each unit, they are stunned. So if you look at the top portraits there, the first int, Extreme Piccolo, Vegeta, Raditz, all of them, you can see they've got a little stun above their head. No one will be attacking just for this turn. It gives you one turn of basically a Ghost Usher because no one can attack. That's where his value is added and why he's good for this event, just in case you don't have. Now, we purposely didn't use the int Piccolo's active, just so I can show you the animation when all those attacks go away. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.